everyone. I'm Stephanie Reed with Stephanie Reed Real Estate, and this is the Voices and Views, where we celebrate the people and places that make our area so wonderful. And I am super excited to introduce to you my dad, Frank Reed. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Steph.
And I was just thinking about, he was telling me some great stories about when he came here in the early 1950s. And I thought, wow, what a better person to interview than my dad, who basically raised 6 kids here in the Sun Valley area. And why? Why did he bring us here? Because I have to tell you, we moved here from the Bahamas. So it wasn't like we came from somewhere horrible. So Dad, why don't you first just say how you even knew about Sun Valley?
In the early 50s, I had just graduated from high school and getting ready for college, and I was attending Lewis and Clark College in Portland, Oregon. It was in the early 50s, probably 51 or 52. I'm an old man, so it's long.
We've worked hard on getting this year, by the way, everyone.
And anyway, I was on the ski team at Lewis and Clark College in Portland, Oregon, and I'd have been a skier since a young boy. And I have remembered about hearing Sun Valley and how great it was, even in the 40s. And my parents started me out when I was 5 years old, and I always knew.
Started you out when you were 5-year-old skiing?
Skiing, yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I decided that I really wanted to come and look at this place. So in the early 50s, 3 of my high school buddies, Ron Funk, Ron and Edie, and Harvey Behringer, got in my dad's car, and we drove over here.
In the Buick, by the way, in the Buick.
No, it was a
Right?
Pontiac.
Oh, Pontiac. Okay, sorry.
We drove over here and spent, I think, 10 days. We rented the old
Ski View cabins.
the Ski View cabins right down on Trail Creek as you entered Ketchum. Stuck our skis in the snow up at the bank at the corner of Main and Sun Valley Road, and caught the ski bus every morning and rode it over to the river run side of the mountain, where we had 3 chairlifts that got us to the top.
Okay, I just want to interrupt really quick, because part of the cool part of his story was that so they stayed at the Ski View lodges cabins. So those were here for years, and now we have beautiful condos that are in the place of them. But each one had like a different color on the trim of its cabin, and there wasn't any plumbing in them per se.
I don't remember it.
Right, but so they would just plop their skis in the snowbank, like where Inoteca is now, so right there on the corner, and leave them there, right?
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yep.
Everybody just left them there, and that was like the bus stop.
And the bus stop came from that Sun Valley and took us over to River Run. Every evening we put them back there, and then sometime early in the evening we would catch a bus and ride out to Sun Valley, and we'd take our showers and slip into the hot pool at the
Sun Valley
inn,
Inn.
because there were some girls staying there that we knew from Portland, and they got us in.
Oh dear. Okay, well, we're not going to go any further with that. But so Dad, tell me why you decided to move here, move us and the kids and everybody here in 1973.
Like I said, I'm a lifetime skier, and in fact, I set up the first ski school in Afghanistan. And after I came out of Afghanistan in the 70s, we lived in the Bahamas, and I always knew that I wanted a home somewhere in the mountains. So I had an airplane at the time, and I came out probably the winter of '72, and I flew to every major ski resort in the Northwest
That you were interested in. So.
that I was interested
Right.
in, and it ended up coming here last to make sure it was still my favorite spot. So we ended up here, bought a little house out in Warm Springs in 1972, and moved here from the Bahamas.
Okay, so that's when I was 3 years old then. Now everybody's going to know my age. Anyway, so you love the mountains. So I asked you last night, what is your favorite thing about Sun Valley? Do you remember what you told me?
Yeah, I think I remember. It's my love of the mountains.
Yeah. I said, Dad, what do you love about Sun Valley? And he's like, the mountains. I just love the mountains. And I thought, wow. He said, that's not real specific. But I was like, no, but that's what it is here. So I think that's awesome. That's a great answer. And then, what's your favorite run on Baldy?
You know, over all the years, I've skied all of them, and I worked in a ski school for over 30 years. And I have to say, week after week, month after month, that I enjoyed Squirrel as much as any run up there.
Okay, and why?
I think of the pitch of it, it's fairly flat. You don't have high sides on either side, and it's steep enough to give you a good run, but it's easy enough for, as you get older, to handle the bumps that build on it. So it's become my favorite run, if not the favorite.
Well, we're going to go ski that in a few minutes anyway, so we'll go ski your favorite run. Did you feel like it was a good place to raise children?
Absolutely, and I still do.
You do?
I think that having children in an area where they can participate in any kind of sport and get locked into it when they're young helps a great deal in keeping them on what parents call the right track.
The right track.
Even though we all bend a little now and then and get in a little trouble now and then. I've got 6 wonderful kids, and they all did well here and all love it like I do.
And not every child knows this in our family, but I am his favorite. Just kidding. It's a family joke. Anyway, okay, and so I want to say thank you, Dad, for bringing me here to Sun Valley and for letting us grow up in such a beautiful area, because I didn't know what an amazing place Sun Valley was until I left for years and then came back in the early 2000s and learned to appreciate the beauty of this area. How our community is so strong with each other, and everybody's so supportive. You don't even have to know somebody, and you can feel their support. You get their support. It's really, truly an amazing community. Do you feel like it's stayed that way, Dad, through all the years?
Even with all the changes that have come, it's still the small community that I remember, and obviously the older places have been taken down and new ones are put up, but I think that the beauty of the place drives people here, and the people who live here make you love it.
And lastly, over all the years that you've been here, what consistently was your favorite restaurant?
Whoa. I had a lot of favorites. For breakfast, it used to be the Colonel's and the Western Cafe. They're all gone now. Then Perry's is my favorite breakfast restaurant. And I have to say that, like so many in this valley, the Pioneer is probably...
It's tradition.
It's just tradition. That's absolutely it.
I would say that whenever you come into town, that's like the first place we all get together and meet, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Duffy always welcomes us, and our group gets a little rowdy sometimes.
It's not small.
It's spreading and getting larger.
I know.
It's where we love it.
Well, I hope that all of you enjoyed that interview with my dad, because I certainly did, and I feel so lucky to have him around at 85 years old. I know you probably don't like hearing your age, but it's amazing to me. So thanks so much for watching. This is the Voices and Views. I'm Stephanie Reed, and until next time, enjoy.